Hi, everybody. Back again. I have Karena Butcher Karena Butcher with us today. And who's this?
This is Raina.
Raina. You have Raina. She's, how old is she?
She's 5.
5-year-old, the sweetest corgi puppy. She's not really a puppy anymore.
Not anymore.
But welcome to the show. Yeah. Why don't you tell us a little bit about who you are, what brokers you're with, that type of thing. I'm gonna play with the dog for a little bit.
You're fine. Well, I'm Karena Butcher. I'm with Real Estate for You. We're a local company just Ohio and Michigan. And we're here to serve you.
Yeah. How long have you been with the brokerage?
10 years.
10 years. Okay.
Mhm.
And you are in Michigan, but in Michigan and Ohio, right?
Yep, dual licensed.
Gotcha. What got you into real estate?
Honestly, I had bought my first house with my broker and I loved it. Loved the whole process. And as I was doing it, she kept saying to me, like, you would be so good at this. You have such a good personality and you're really friendly with people and you're a good talker. So she's like, you would be probably really, really good at this, if you could learn the laws and stuff like that. So I talked to my husband about it and he said, if you think you can do it, I'm behind you. And haven't looked back since.
The new sense. That's fantastic.
Doing it since.
What's one thing that real estate's taught you that you weren't expecting it when you first got into it?
Oh gosh. I would probably say that no two situations are ever the same. No two houses are ever the same. No two clients are ever the same.
Yeah.
I think probably before I was in real estate, I kind of thought everything was similar. Well, everything was similar and nothing is similar. Every single person is different. Every single person's situation is different. Every single house has different things that go on with it. So
Sure.
pretty much you can never expect anything. Everything's always different.
Yeah.
So
Real estate, I've talked with it several times. It's not easy. What inspires you to, continue to do it? And what helps you push through the tough moments?
I really like, I guess the closing table. I mean, I get what real estate agent doesn't like the closing tables, but I really like seeing the smiles on people's faces at the closing table. Like, even if it's a seller that's selling with like a bad situation, they didn't want to have to do it or something like that. It's still fun to see the buyers on the other side of the table, getting really excited to have that house if it's their first home. Like, I've shared so many fun stories with people. Like, I just closed the house over the summer where the lady had just gotten divorced after like 20 years of marriage. And she was like refinding herself. And this was going to be her first house by herself ever in life, like first time ever living alone. And she was so, so, so excited about it. And then the buyers came in and they were super excited for her to have it, and they just sat there and exchanged their stories, and the sellers told all these stories about how they were growing up in that house, and so now she's going to go make her own new memories there. So things like that are what keep me going. Like, even though it might be a hard time to get to that table, watching people be so excited, and then I try to keep in contact with my clients as well. Like, I send them anniversary cards and birthday cards and things like that and follow up with them. And it's fun to see them transporting things on Facebook. And that's so rewarding to me. So,
Can you tell us about your first deal?
oh, it was my sister. It was my very own sister, which a lot of real estate agents have that same, story. It's somebody that they know, a family member. But my little sister bought her first home with me. It was her, obviously, first time she ever did anything real estate. It was my first time ever doing anything real estate. So it was nice to have a sister who understood. But I can't say enough good things about the broker of our company. She's got so many years of experience and she just helped me get through it. And, pretty much from her sale going forward, I had a lot of confidence. And
Yeah, she's pretty much been through everything.
yeah, I see Rena's making herself at home.
Yes. Let's talk about corgis for a while. What got you into corgis?
Oh, I mean, I think everybody sees them on the internet and thinks they're so cute. So my husband and I kind of had a silly story. my very first ever dog, I got her like the day I was 18. Because I know I was moving out of my parents' house because that was my parents' thing. You can't have a dog while you're living here.
Yeah.
So I went and got this miniature pincher.
Okay.
And
Mini pinches.
yeah,
Yeah.
I had her for 16 years, and she moved with me through so much stuff. Because from 18 to
Yeah.
early 30s, like I had her for so long. She went with me through like 10 moves and several different relationships, even into my my marriage with my husband. And once I lost her, all of our other dogs that my husband and I had gotten together over the years started getting older and passing away. And when I was finally ready to have like another heart dog, I was like, I would really like a corgi. I think they're so cute.
Yeah.
I'm
They're really cute when they're small too.
They are. They're so cute. But corgis are you need to be an experienced dog owner to own them. They're very sassy and stubborn. So to have the patience to train them, it would be very hard if it was your first dog.
Sure.
So I was like, I think I've got enough experience at this point. I would like to try. And so my husband had purchased a puppy for me, which would be Raina, for a Christmas gift the year after my mini pin died. And
This one's so hard.
well, my husband's dream dog was a Pomsky. He wanted a with a little Pomeranian Husky mixes. Well,
How does that happen?
I don't know. They're very cute, very
What's
fluffy.
they look like?
Like they kind
So I know Palms are like this and the Huskies are like this.
yeah, they kind of look like tiny, fluffy huskies. And he thought they were so cute. So I had seen a lady that had Pomeranian Husky corgi mixes. So mom was a corgi, dad was a Pomsky, and it was an accident. She bred both breeds.
Oh.
And so I had put a deposit on that puppy because I was like, well, that's both of our puppies
Yeah.
in one dog.
Right.
Not knowing that he had put a deposit on Raina. So when he got her for me for Christmas and told me I needed to go pick her up, like, hey, you need to go here and pick up your puppy, I was like, oh, crap. So
Surprise.
we got her sister, Josie, who's Pomeranian Husky Corgi.
Gorgeous.
1 month later, 1 month of the date later.
What kind of personality does that dog have? Because we talked about Corgis being stubborn.
So she's very, very vocal because obviously Huskies are very vocal and so are Corgis.
Yes. Yeah.
She's very vocal. She makes a lot of noise and I call her cranky, but my husband calls her grumbly. Like if she's sleeping somewhere and you try to move at her, she's going to go, like just express her dissatisfaction. So, yep. So now we've got 3 corgis. A couple years ago, there was a lady out in Archbold that was a breeder that went into hospice care after having 2 litters, and she passed. And her kids didn't get the puppies fixed or not fixed, shots or anything like that.
Yeah. Everybody devastated.
Yeah, well, and then by the time that they thought to sell them, they were way over like the 8-week age, and so they just sold them discounted because they had never been shots, they had never been AKC registered, and they needed medical attention. So we went and saved him, even though he did come from a breeder. He came from a weird situation. So
Sure.
So now we're up to 3, and I feel like we could probably do more, but it's a lot. 3 is a lot. And the only reason we realized that is because traveling is harder. It's hard to find a hotel that will allow you to 3 most people.
And you think about travel and all that stuff too.
So we got an RV and now we travel with the RV because then we don't have to worry about staying. It's hard to find a place that will let you bring 3 dogs in.
So where have you taken the dogs? Where's their favorite place?
Well, they like going to other corgi events.
There's like caravans of corgis.
There are corgi groups and clubs and stuff all over the place. So there is Toledo corgis that were a part of that group. They meet usually about once a month in Toledo. In the summer, we do like the dog parks, or we do bar nights where there's dog friendly like breweries and stuff.
Did you say bar night? It's take the corgis the bars.
We do.
That's
like the dog friendly breweries or patios.
Always how fun. Where do you find these? Facebook?
Yep. Our Toledo Corgi group organizer, Louise, sets them all up with the local bars and stuff, and everybody just kind of comes and lets their corgis mingle. The off-leash ones at the dog park are a lot of fun because the dogs can run and play, and those are a good time. The bar ones are on leash, obviously, so that it's not quite as fun for the dogs, but we have a good time like petting everybody else's dogs and a couple beers and stuff.
Right.
We went to Cincinnati Corgis, so that's another corgi group. They have a very, very large meetup.
Oh,
And there was like 300 corgis there this year.
300 corgis.
Yeah, there was it's like a 46-acre fenced-in horse farm. Like I said, we're far. And
Corgis, are they a herding dog or?
they are herding
Okay.
dog. Yeah.
They probably love that.
Yeah, so there's a pond on site. A lot of them got in the pond, and they set up with vendors and stuff like that. So you can walk through, and dog vendors, dog treats, bandanas, all kinds of stuff. Yep, and then they serve like a lunch thing there. And
Toledo corgi on her little bandana.
yes, it does. Yep, so she's a Toledo Corgi, and then there's Michigan Corgi Club. So they have a lot of meetups and stuff too. There's a place in Michigan called Barkside. So it is it is a dog-friendly bar. So they have basically a dog.
So when you walk into this bar, you see dogs everywhere.
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 It's a really cool concept because it's off leash, indoor and outdoor. They've got it's like a big patio that has like dog toys and stuff on it. And the dogs run around and they play, and the owners sit and have drinks with their friends. And it's a really good time. My husband and I have thought multiple times about trying to get that type of situation in Toledo, but it's kind of hard because you need to have outdoor and indoor space.
Sure.
So finding the right venue is not as easy as you'd think. So
yeah, absolutely. Huh, interesting.
if there's any investors out there that want to get in on a dog bar,
You should start that. I've never heard that before, but I can see it being really cool to do.
well, yeah, like a lot of people don't want to go out because they don't want to leave their dogs home after working all day. So now you just grab your dog and you still can meet your friends at the bar. The dog can be there.
Yeah. How much fun is that? If you weren't doing real estate, what would you be doing?
Maybe something animal related. Before I was in real estate, I was in like the medical billing, coding, that type of thing. I did that for actually almost 10 years before I bought my first house. And then after that, I was like, gosh, I'm so burnt out. It's easy to get burnt out in the medical field.
Oh, yeah.
So I was so burnt out after 10 years of that already that like I just clung on to real estate. And
Yeah.
like I said, I never.
Well, I think, the difference is I think they're both a grind, but when you're doing real estate, it's more for you.
It's true.
Yeah.
Well, and somebody else. And you actually see a lot of the benefit. You get to experience a lot of the benefit when things finally do click into place, and you can use your experience to negotiate and get people what they need and what they want.
Yeah.
You can sit at that closing table and actually physically see and feel the benefit of what you're doing. Whereas, the medical billing, you might have gotten somebody's bill written off with the insurance, but then it's like 10 seconds later, there's another bill that needs something to do.
Never end there.
Yeah, you don't ever really feel like you did anything.
Right. Right. I kind of expected you. Have you ever thought about becoming a breeder, or well, not so much? Or I think you'd be awesome at it.
Yeah, it would be a lot of fun. I think my husband and I have the need to travel and stuff a lot, and that would require being home a lot.
Yeah.
Like we do like to do a bit of traveling. Like you don't go too far all that often because it requires finding basically an at-home dog sitter.
Yeah.
But we do like to take them, and camping has been something big that we love to do ever since we got our RV. It's been great because if we do want to still go out and see something, we can leave them in the camper. But most of the time, like we're taking hikes and walking around, and they can do all of that stuff with us. And you'd be surprised how many dog-friendly patios there are to go out to eat. There's lots of apps out there that can tell you different places that.
Yeah, I didn't realize. I mean, they were so immersive of pet-friendly, places.
There are lots. I mean, there are a lot of.
I'm missing out.
Yeah. Well, a restaurant can't have a dog inside because that's like against health code. But on a patio, they can do that. So there's lots of dog-friendly patios. Usually you'd have to be on a leash. But like I said, our dogs are really well traveled, so they sit well underneath the table on a leash. And we went to a Corgi festival in Erie, Pennsylvania, and we actually found a barbecue restaurant that had a dog-friendly patio, and they had dog menu. Yes, and on the menu, it was like barbecue scraps, like before they put the sauces and stuff on it, like the ends that they cut off that were too fatty or whatever.
Makes sense.
You could get like a plate of barbecue scraps, and then there was like a pakuchi board or something like that. It was like vegetables and other such things that they made, like, and cheese, and they made like a little tiny board that you could give to your dog. Like, they actually had a menu. It was really, really cool. Several of the Toledo people that traveled to that, we all met up and went to that restaurant. We had like 6 corgis on their patio and ordered.
You travel with other people in the area?
Yeah.
With their corgis too? Is it something?
Yeah, well, there's a few other people in the Toledo Corgi Club that like to do the local festivals. Like Erie, Pennsylvania is only 4 hours. Cincy's between 3 and 4 because the big Corgapalooza that they do is in between Dayton and Cincinnati. So
Corgapalooza, what's
it's called Corgapalooza.
I know it. You said it pretty regular.
Yep.
So you didn't stutter.
Yes.
So
Nope, that's what it's called, Corgapalooza.
it's just like music and
Well, there's no music. It's just lots of corgis and dog vendors and things like that. And they do raffles and they have food and
I feel like I'm missing out big time. I need that corgi and I need to come to these parties.
they're a lot of fun. I mean, we do, like, especially the Toledo Corgis. I don't know about a lot of the other groups, but when we have events, we encourage people that are just corgi lovers to come and just sit down and pet the dog and whatever. So if you ever want to come.
Sounds like a tough job.
We do have photographers that come once in a while.
Is it really?
Yeah, they take pictures of the dogs running around, and then sometimes they'll post them to, like, the page and say, like, like $5 for the rights to the picture or whatever per photo that you want.
I bet like people like those.
People do. I have bought a few of my dogs.
Yep. I know the show really wasn't about
Corgis.
this corgi. But I love dogs too, and I wish I could have one, but I'm too busy most of the time. But that's really why I wanted you to come run the show.
You just wanted to.
I want to pet the dog.
Well, it's a good thing I offered to bring her then. No.
But no, that's awesome. And is there any particular area that you kind of float around in, for like mostly Michigan or Ohio or?
So I do a pretty even dose of both. I usually tell people I'm willing to travel up to an hour from like the Toledo area. Like, I've gone all the way up to like Lincoln Park, Michigan. And just like south of Detroit, south, I guess, east of Detroit.
Okay.
Or not east, west. You can't go east of Detroit. You'll be in a river. And then I've gone as far south as like Findlay. So a couple years ago, I sold a house in Weston, which is just south of Bowling Green. And I've gone as far out east as like Kurtis, Ohio. Like, can you sit down, please? She wants to cover. You're in the way.
Okay.
We're gonna sit. Can you sit? I know the table's shaky. Sit.
Oh, she's probably nervous.
Oh, come on. Let's go to the lab.
All right. But you pretty much go within an hour everywhere.
Yep. And I've gone almost all the way to the Ohio-Indiana line.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot more ways away.
Because Archbold is just under an hour, and I've done things all the way up to like Archbold.
Yeah.
So, like, if it makes sense.
It's like 30 minutes past Archbold, isn't it?
Yeah. It's not. The line's not that far.
That far, right?
Believe it or not. So I go a pretty good distance, if it makes sense. Like, if you're telling me that you want to buy $50,000 fixer-upper homes in, at the Ohio-Indiana line, I might say, okay, well, we need to refer you to a local agent because, that wouldn't make a lot of sense for me to travel for. But, like, if you are a regular client of mine or you're a referral client from an existing client, then it makes a lot of sense for me to go out there and expand my area. I'm currently working on my broker's license in Ohio, so especially in Ohio, it's good for me to do a little bit of branding.
The person that's been on that has been like a broker
Process.
working the process of becoming a broker. That's fantastic. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I've got all of the schooling done now, and I am.
What's that like?
So in Ohio, it's a lot different than Michigan. In Ohio, up until recently, you basically had to have an associate's degree. The laws just changed last June.
Okay.
And you don't have to have a full associate's degree anymore, but you have to have quite a bit more like business style classes. So like business, law, and business like finance, like how to do books and things like that. Um, it was definitely they're definitely interesting classes. The finance portion of it, I'm not the best at like doing like fractions and things like that.
Like you
Like
said, yeah.
yeah, so it took me a long time to kind of get through that.
Yeah.
I started that class like right in the middle of like busy season at the end of spring and the beginning of summer.
How'd you do that?
I dropped out of it and said I'll pick this back up in the fall when I have a little bit more time to be focusing on it because I had to sit down and do paper math.
Right.
So I picked that back up this past fall and I got all of my classes done then. And now I'm basically studying for my test.
When do you foresee you?
So I'm hoping to get the test in the next couple months before spring gets picked back up. But I want to be well prepared going into it because I've heard some kind of horror stories about like especially in Ohio.
Sure.
The things that you learn aren't exactly what's on the test. There's a lot of other things that you need to know. So I'm trying to do like mock tests and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
consistently pass them before I go waste my money on the state test.
Yeah, first it's not cheap, right? Doing all
Well,
this stuff.
redoing it a bunch of times is not fun. Plus, like you can do it online now, but I've heard horror stories about how like a dog's barked or something and it has like thrown the test off where they make you fail because you have to yell at the dog and you're not allowed to like talk during it or anything like that. So I physically go in for the test so that way nothing like that could happen because I do have a few distractions in my home.
Yeah.
Because they make you like film around the room so that there's like they can make sure there's no cheat sheets or whatever. But if your phone even like dings with a text message, they think you're cheating. So you fail the test, then you have to repay for it.
Right.
So
Right. Well, that's exciting. I'm really excited to see where that takes you.
yeah, I'm pretty excited. My broker, the broker of our company, is doing both Ohio and Michigan right now, and I think she needs a little bit of help.
Yeah.
So she's been encouraging me to pick up the Ohio side of it, and I can't blame her. She's starting to
Yeah.
get a bit older, and she needs some help. So I don't.
She wants to step back a little bit. She doesn't want to work all the time.
No, and well, she's got a lot of grandkids and stuff now. She travels to see them, and so I can't blame her for wanting somebody to help her out.
Yeah, for sure. Well, this has been awesome talking with you and getting to know you a little bit better. And for the audience, how do people get in touch with you if they want to, if they have questions? And what's the best way for them to do that?
I mean, the quickest way for me to respond is on my phone. I am proficient with texting, so if it's comfortable for somebody to text me,
Correct.
my cell phone number is 734-347-7008. And you can shoot me a text and just tell me who you are and what you're interested in, and I can either text you back or I can make a time to call you and we can chat. You can also email me. Like I said, I'm not always at my desk, so I only check my email a few times a day, but I will get back to you. My email is Karena, it's spelled like Karen with an A on the end, Karena, Butcher, Butcher, the number 4 and the letter U at gmail.com.
Do you ever travel with your dogs? Because people might want to meet the dogs when they...
Well, I never bring them when they're not invited because I know that people have allergies and stuff like that. But from time to time, I've had a few Corgi owners that wanted to have a play date.
Yeah.
It's been a play date / listing appointment or a play date.
Sounds so much fun.
Yeah, prior to going to see houses, but I never take her into houses uninvited because that would be not so fun.
Well, thanks again for coming on and sharing your story. I'm really interested to see kind of where your journey takes you. So thank you.
I appreciate that. Thank you. You're welcome.